So, I've got a new profile picture. Pretty cool, huh? So, how am I gonna celebrate this? I got an idea. How about I'm gonna do a remake of a video I did 3 years ago, which doesn't have the best, like, the dislike ratio. That'll be fun. So, it's that time, is it? Gorillaz is still my favourite band. Yes, after all this time. Yeah, I would say I don't listen to their music as much as I used to, but I still actually give them a go once in a while. Even if I think that a band has a better discography than Gorillaz, I'll still feel like Gorillaz is my favourite band as they pretty much introduced me to music and made this YouTube channel the way that is today. Saying all that though, I still do think that they have a couple of stinkers in their discography. And we'll be going through some of them today. So this is time when I could tell you that this is all in my personal opinion. This isn't a definitive list of the top 5 worst Gorillaz songs. This is all in my thoughts, and if you disagree with my opinion, you do you. I'm saying this because last time I made a video on this, it pretty much became a shitstorm. And what I'm saying here is, if you want to comment it, if you want to comment how much you disagree with my opinion, then yeah, you're allowed to do that. But do not post comments like this or this, because this just no. With that all through, it's time to get into my top 10 worst Gorillaz songs. In my opinion.
Depression? Isn't that just a fancy word for feeling bummed out?
My number 5 spot goes to 5 Whales in a Dream. But why is that? Says the viewer, you, as you smash your keyboard into a million pieces. I think of this because I don't think anything really happens on a track. I get it, it's a chill out track, but it ain't really a good one. Another reason why I don't like it is because I really hate 2D's vocals on a track. Like, they sound overblown as hell at some points, and 2D's voice, it just sounds more annoying than it does. Like, I don't think 2D's voice is annoying normally, but here it's just awful. On tracks when he pulls a similar voice, like in Soundcheck Gravity, his voice isn't that annoying as it kind of sets the mood of the track. And I feel like some of the commenters will say, oh, it does the same here, which I do agree, but here it just sounds just not nice. Also, the production is something not to write home about, as it just exists, just like the song. I'm kind of glad that it was on the Super Deluxe, but you know, knowing how much the Super Deluxe is, I was not paying like 300 quid just to buy this. But you know what, this is all about the Human Super Deluxe, that's gone through now. But yeah, it's just a song that exists, and yeah. Next choice.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
Number 4 goes to Phoenix on the Hill. Oh wow, look, another Human Super Deluxe track on the list. Woohoo! This suffers from the same problems as 5 Whales in a Dream in that it's a pretty boring track and it kind of goes by without leaving an impact on me. Also, the feature's voice, which I'm not gonna try and attempt his name, his voice kind of bugs me out as well, which I'm sorry, but I just don't enjoy it personally. The production also annoys me. I don't know what it is. The Gorillaz production is nice, but I just don't enjoy that much here. But that's all I have to say. Let's get to the next track. Number 3 spot goes to Circle of Friends. I would like to let you know that I don't hate the album Humans. It's in my top 5 Gorillaz albums. It's just that so far, all the spots have been from Humans, which is kind of weird, but however, let's continue. This is another case where the track is just too boring that it just basically just skips over your head like really quickly. But the difference here is that it goes by really quickly because it's around like only 2 minutes. Not even 2.5 minutes, just 2 minutes 9 seconds. Not to complain that a track is short, because I do like some pretty short songs, but here it's just doesn't like, it goes by really quick, it just feels like an interlude. I do like the feature of the song's voice, but it doesn't really help for the fact that it's just a snooze fest of a song, and a pretty disappointing way to end out the Humans Deluxe Edition. That's all I have to say. Let's get to the number 2 spot. The number 2 spot goes to Friday the 13th. Song Machine was a pretty good album. I won't personally think that it's better than, let's say, Humans, but it's still a solid release from them. The album includes some of my favourite songs from Gorillaz, like Pink Phantom, Aries, Dead Butterflies, all those very, very, very solid songs off the album. And literally, this song comes right after my favourite song off the album, Aries, and it really kills the vibe. The biggest problem I have with this track is the feature himself, Octavian, which, the biggest problem I have with him is his voice. It's just, I cannot take this song seriously. I cannot vibe with the song when he just sounds like he has a mouthful of syrup. It's just, I just can't take it really seriously, and it just really, it just ruins the track. That's all I'm just going to say. I do kinda like the production, and I do like the part at the end when 2D sings, but that's the big problem with the track, is that Octavian has way too much time in the spotlight, and it just makes the track unlistenable. That's all of the complaints I have really for this track, and yeah, do not like it. Terrible track. And now let's get to number 1. Oh yeah, do you also know that Octavian's a domestic abuser? Number 1, of course, has to go to Hip Albatross. I still think that it's an awful sounding track, and it has no need of being on the album. But I will say that I do not hate the track as much as I did before when I made the original video. That is because, since then, I've listened to more music that have this type of sound to it. Revolution 9 by the Beatles, I'm Looking at You. And actually, I do enjoy some of them, which I've already said the example already. Revolution 9 by the Beatles. As much people don't like that song, I think it's somewhat enjoyable. I don't listen to it regularly, but I will listen to it once in a while. But here, I place this at number 1 as it just makes me uncomfortable, and not in a very good way. I don't like the sound effects to use, and I don't like 2D's vocals. They just sound awful in my opinion, and it just doesn't sound great overall. I get it's meant to be like a zombie theme song, but I still do not enjoy it. Like, as much as you guys gonna be telling me in the comments, oh, you just don't have the big enough brain to understand this. Well, I've listened to this plenty of times since then, and I still do not enjoy it. If you enjoy this track, then that's cool, but honestly, I won't be listening to this track a lot. Like, it's just not that good. Also, don't worry, I won't be screaming into a pillow this time. So that's my top 5 Worst Gorillaz songs. Do you agree or disagree? Most likely you all disagree, and will type in the comments saying, where's this song, where's that song? I just don't think it's that bad. It's all in my opinion. It's not your list. If you want to do your own list, then yeah, that'll be fun, that'll be interesting. But yeah, this is William, or Sleeping Powders, and I'm gonna go to sleep.